Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Onigiri, or just Giri for short, the strongest Oni around. Today we'll be doing a little art stream. Gonna be painting up a picture of Kronii, Oro Kronii. Is one of the Hololive second gen members, and she's pretty cool. So I figured I'd do a little Kronii art. Anyways, let me switch on over to that and we'll get going. Oh, yeah, I suppose I should do a quick little, some of the other stuff happening. Just a quick heads up. Sorry about yesterday. Missed the miniature stream. Some stuff came up, had to cancel it. Um, I'll get one in next week. As for this weekend, I won't be streaming any Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I've got a convention I'm going to, so, can't really happen. Anyway. Now, without further ado, let's get into doing some Kronii art. All right, let's see here. First and foremost, let's get something a little more appropriate color-wise on the background here. I've got a couple of little reference pictures up here of Kronii just to make sure I get the outfit right and stuff. You guys can't see them, but I have a little program showing me. Anyways, let's get kind of a neutral gray blue. That's gonna do okay to just throw that in, get rid of that white, and make it not a pain in the ass to look at, or not annoying to look at. Okay. Now then, let's actually just merge that down. We don't need to have an extra white background layer. We're just gonna grab some stuff. I know Kronii's pretty pale, and we'll get there, but I want to get just using something a little more medium dark, a more mid skin tone here, just to kind of help shape some of the early stuff. We'll block in colors with it and stuff, and then afterwards we'll get back to her actual skin tone. We're doing this as like an actual painting, no sketch or anything, just straight to the paint part. This canvas might have been a little bit bigger than I should have been using, but whatever. We'll sort it out. Let's crank that eraser up. I really don't like how Photoshop does its brush sizes. They're way too. It goes super small, super small. Like one step medium, gigantic. They don't have any kind of medium-ish large size that's particularly effective. So that unfortunately can be a bit of a pain sometimes. Or it's very easy to step past one, rather. Anyway, I don't know. Well, we're just gonna quick cut that out. Let's see. Shape the face a little bit. See if we can play with that a little bit more. The exact shape isn't super important because we can come back here and as we work and figure out exactly where we would like it to be. So I'm not terribly concerned with getting it perfect the first time around, but because we will get to perfect eventually. Ugh. It's more about, blocking in the big shapes at this point more than anything. Anyways, let's get a little bit brighter where the light's actually hitting, sort of deal, and highlight in some of that. Start breaking in shadows and whatnot. And a nose there. Mm-hmm. Do we want to put both one of Kronii's eyes fully in the light? Yeah, maybe. I know it looks absolutely awful. It'll start looking a little better once some more of the shape starts getting in there. Do do do. Do, do, do. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's just gonna be a matter of playing with it and pushing, pulling, that sort of deal. Mm-hmm. Get some of that in there. That's kinda in the color and shape. Block that sort of stuff in. Let me see if I can uh, rotate that up a little vertical. That'll help me get the shape a little more right. Come on. Switch back. Okay, whatever. Sometimes Photoshop gets into these modes where it's like I want you to hit enter instead of just assuming that I did the thing, and I'm like, why can't you just assume that I did the thing? Like, it's clearly where it is. If I'm trying to switch tools, just let me switch my tool. You know what I mean? Oh well. It's not a big deal. Anyway, let's get a little more warmth right at the break there. That'll not quite that much. That'll help start getting these shadows looking more appropriate. Let's shade in where we're going to toss the eye sockets. We'll bring that in a little bit. Kind of an under nose there. Man, you know, I was doing some practice faces just before stream, and they were feeling. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm a little warmed up. I'm confident, and now here I am drawing live, and holy shit, the nerves, man. You know, they get to you suddenly, and you start doing way worse than you were in the practice, and you're like, what happened? What what actually happened? Things went from being awesome to suddenly being like garbage. Anyway, I swear I can draw. I have done it before. It's just sometimes, you know what I need to do, I think? I think the fact that the whole picture is rotated is actually like really throwing me off. So we'll do the rotation post some of the getting shapes in, I think. Because yeah, like those eyes are not correct at all in height. Let's come in here. We'll just teeny tiny bit of that. Yeah, that'll work. Bring in that. I swear I can draw. I promise I can, even if I look terrible 90% of the time, there will be something worth looking at the end. It's just, holy shit, sometimes, you know, man. Like there will be a turning point. It's just, please don't hate me while we wait for it. Let's get some of that in. Well, mostly as a denotation of where the hair vents are. All right. Let's start bringing some other colors in. Gonna go little that. That'll help denote where the highlight's coming across. All right. Let's see. Bring in just a little bit of bright blue here, right on the edge. We'll clean that up in a little bit. For now, it's just there. We'll grab a little bit of not white, more yellow white. There we go. I'll note that. Now, I'm trying a few things that I've not done, admittedly, so it's probably not gonna be perfect. Okay, it almost certainly won't be perfect, but we're gonna work on it, and things will get good. I promise. At some point, they will. Let's get a bit of that. Oh my god. Start. Give me a moment just to zoom in on my Kronii reference. Make sure I can sort of get these eye shapes vaguely right. I think I might need to do that. Yeah, I think the eye was too tall. Let's fix that up. We'll just color that in kind of roughly for now. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, the eye was definitely too high up right there, but so we're gonna just clean that up a little bit. Come here very softly. Well, poorly. Get where we want Kronii looking. At the viewer or away from the viewer. We could do here. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Let's try this. We'll bring in some of that blue there. Pull that back a little bit. I'm just going to work on the eyes till they feel right. I think I'm going to bring the opacity down just a little bit on my brush here so that I have a little bit more wiggle room. Maybe not quite that much, probably about there. I have a little more wiggle room on each stroke. I don't have to be absolutely perfect. When you have the opacity set to 100%, each stroke has to be perfect. Otherwise, it can really throw things off if being just slightly not. Anyway, I need to get a quick zoom in on my reference again. Got to make sure, since I'm doing Kronii's eyes, got to make sure I'm looking at her eyes so I know what I'm doing. Get them right. Kronei's artist. Who is that? Onco? Something like that. Really, really skilled artist. Big fan of him. Or her? I don't actually know. Them. Big fan of them. Doesn't really matter. Got a little bit of that blue in here. Gonna bring some of that in. We can get a little bit slightly grayer right in here. Shape this a little bit more. I'm going to grab some of this real pink stuff here. It'll help with the edge of the eye. It'll help it look fleshy there, you know. Gives that intense red where the blood is real close to the skin, helps indicate that sort of thing. Which we'll come back in with our dark and bring that real small so we can kind of help get the suggestion of eyelashes here. With the thinness over it. We'll bring in some more of the regular skin tone. Pat that in a little bit. Okay. Let's bring just a little bit lighter, just to highlight some of these pieces. Got a little bit of that fisheye look going on right now. The 1,000-yard stare. We'll be cleaning that up as we go. Don't worry about that. It's a lot of that's because it doesn't have the stuff that will make it the eyeball feel round. Things like the shadowing and whatnot. Once we get that in, though, it'll start feeling a little better. The heck was that? I got a weird buzz I need to take a look at. Okay, don't have to worry about that. Let me just mute that so it doesn't bother me again during this. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Bring that in, cut that. Yeah. Fortunately, the hair tendrils, hair stalks, I don't know what you would call them, are kind of hanging like right in front of her eye here, so I can't get on, at least on my reference on the concept art there. I can't quite see exactly what's going on. It's fine. It's fine. We can work without seeing exactly what's going on. It's not vital. It's not will not break the process. Okay, there we go. Let's get the other side in. Do that. Do a little bit of that. All right, and this part down here is like super light. Let's bring that way up. All right, there we go. It's starting to get a little bit of that 1,000-yard stare reduced as we get some of the other features in. Well, the big blue smear over here as we get ready to paint that in a minute. Still not done with the first one, but it's far enough along that I need this other eye to have slightly closer to final shaping and coloring for the thumb, because the thumbnail is what I'm constantly comparing to. And so I'm not going to finish this one here, but I do need to get at least a little bit of the stuff in it so it feels more accurate. Let's see. All right. Good enough for right now. Let's bounce over here to the nose just a second. Gonna play with that a little bit. All right, let's see here. What if we do? Gonna cut that back. We're gonna shape this down a little more. And let's see, how's this nose shadow look? We need it to be like... that's too low. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I may have to play with it a little bit. Let me bump that up a little bit. We'll grab that. I'm gonna bring that triangle up a little bit higher there. Grab some more of that bright orange there. Just put a thin little line right here. Let's pull that more there. I don't know, somewhere in that range. We'll worry about the oops. Somewhere in that range. We'll worry about it exactly in a moment. Let's see. This is all under the bang, so let's paint that in. All right, how's Kronii's bangs look? We got kind of one big one here. We'll cut it out a little bit. A little green highlight in. Put that in. Let's see if we can go just a touch right on the edge. No, I might be pushing my skills farther than I should, but we're gonna just force our way through. It'll be fine at the end. Don't worry. I swear this will be fine. Even if it doesn't look fine now, I swear it'll be fine. I will bash my head against it until it is fine. I will do exactly the one thing I do every time that something's not fine. Bash against it until it is. Sometimes I can be a little too stubborn with stuff, so it's fun to make light of it. All right. Got that little strand there. And then those actually have a lot more curve than I would have expected. Yeah, that's probably about right. And I am doing this all on a single layer here just because well, I don't see any real reason not to. Like, you know, some people will be like, what? Why? Don't. It makes it so much harder. I'm like, I'm painting, like, you know, the same kind of painting that you do with oils or whatever, just doing it digitally. pull out a little bit there so we can start getting some more. Let's pull the bang. This, it's not bang. What is this? This is like the wing, like a chicken wing, but for hair. Shape the bottom there just a little bit. This is going to put a shadow in the whole inside, so we'll worry about that in just a moment. Blot that out. Blot that out. Let me think here. There's a bit of an odd separation. I guess she's got hair getting pulled towards the ear, hidden under the hair vent there. I don't have a side-on picture. I literally just have the core concept art pulled up. So it's not... I mean, she does have the chain up there, so we can also block that in. Let's see. One big link at the top. And then there's a second link here. And presumably a third and a fourth going over there, so we'll block those in. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Interesting. Her bangs actually come up just above the chain, or stop just above the chain, and then the hair wings start behind it there. Okay. More like that. So that this comes up. We're mostly going to be seeing the inside of this wing from this side, I think. We'll worry about that in a bit. And then this is the framing piece of the bang. So we can see if we can kind of cut that a little sharper. Bring that in. Let's pull that towards there. A little bit to the teal. I don't know, something in that range. Anyways, let's keep playing with the eyes some. We should probably get some kind of baseline eyebrows. Pull just a little gray in here. A little wider. Yeah. All right. Let's see. This needs a highlight kind of running the whole length of it just to pop it off the back there. Oh my god. You look over at the other screen, you're like, Jesus, my fucking retina's the... it's bad sometimes. Okay. Well, let's actually get this eye not shit. What's going on there? Like, why is my brain not seeing it? I need to pull that up a little bit. Pull that out a little bit, maybe. Brain work, please. Thank you. Exciting. Yeah, I think casting the shadow a little stronger from the nose might help. We can pull mouth more centered. So I believe it's a little too far off to the side there. Um, all right, let's pull that towards there. What on earth? Why? You know, every time I look at the thumbnails, it's like, okay, I clearly can see something's wrong. But when I look back at this, the main one, the placement is not giving away the wrongness to me, and it's frustrating. I don't and when I say the wrongness, I mean like the underlying this is what's screwing you up piece. Okay. Just gonna start making that a little more even, I think. What? Maybe that's part of it. Aha. Let's cut that back a little bit. Cut that back. Shape that. Might be some of the overall head shape. Now I do know the okay. Right. This should probably be more up here. We're just pulling as far back as we can so we can focus on making sure that the core of the shape here is right. Then we'll step back in and like actually do this. Frustrations. All right, let's shrink, pull in. Well, it'll give us a little more. Okay, that's needs a touch of fixing. That's clearly part of it. And I think some of that being wrong was coming from our hair tendril having been placed awkwardly. So we're going to need to make sure we get that placed well. Nose is too high, so let's push that down. Give me a second. In fact, I think the eyes are also too high. I think those two things might actually be a huge contributor of what's going on. Okay, that's not working, not the liquefy. We're going to pull that. Yeah, I think that might be a little closer to what we were supposed to be doing from the beginning. And we just kind of block that back in. Maybe. Frustration. Okay. We'll get it. I have confidence in something. I have confidence in my supreme ability to capture the likeness of something, of Kronii. I don't actually have much in the way of supreme ability for anything, so don't trust me on that. Let's see, that should probably get pushed. What's wrong? God, why? I think. Did I push the nose too low? Hold on. God damn it. There. There. Maybe more like that? I don't know. Actually, I think it should be more out. Might not. Yeah, that might be it. I don't know. I'm just pushing and pulling until eventually something looks right-ish. Oh. Because, see, and then that's indicating that that would have to be more there. That would get a little more highlight, and that eye needs to come in. So let's do that maybe, and bigger. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. Alright. Let's try and block some of these in again and see if stuff starts patching itself together. The hair's too tall again. Like, I get it, Kronii's hair is supposed to be tall, but that part was not correct. This, like, the perspective was all messed up. Actually, looking at the thumbnails now, it doesn't feel nearly as wrong as it was, so I think we're on the right track. I just don't know what quite is going wrong. I think we're on the right track. That's the sum of it. So we're gonna press forward on this path and hope for the best. Let's cut some of that out. All right, so let's see. This this thin tendril, how do I want to shape it? The big wing is also, those are, okay, these are too, how would I put it? Limp? Limp. Let's get them a little more lively. Cut in right like that. All right. Maybe some. We pick some of that to grab back end there. Move that in like that. There we go. I think that's a little closer. And kind of blot that in. That also opens up a nice space, I think, to put in that shorter curl. There. Yeah, maybe. And block these back out, or pull those back out. And see, this is where having done it on layers would have been good, but, you know, I also would be making progress less quickly, and uh-oh, brain just went, yo, you got something wrong here. There we go. I think that hit some of it. Got an eyebrow in there, because without eyebrows, things look bad. Okay, we're starting to feel roughly comfortably in the ballpark of actual personhood. So I think we just kind of clean and render what we got at this point. The hair in the back could use some love, I think. We're going to pull this here, green, into more of the big strand. We'll also be pulling it in here and a little bit in some of these. As well as on the inner edge of this other big strand, like that. That being said, I think we're going to be seeing some of the underside of this other big strand, so let's put some dark in there. Want that out. We're going to just come in there with a little bit of blue. Help push it more towards that direction so it feels brightly lit, and then we can come in and just very quickly put some of that super white yellow on it. And we'll worry about the exactness later. This is mostly just kind of color blocking, so we have an idea of the shapes and hues we're working with. Okay, so I feel like something's gone wrong here because we got too much neck. That's really the problem. Okay, actually, yeah, if we just pull the neck forward a bit, we know her hair behind her neck's pretty short, so we actually are going to have to work with that. Okay, looks like from this particular angle, we're also going to be seeing some ears. So let's indicate that in here. Okay, good-ish, not horrible, not eye scalding. Okay, over here, that is largely gone. We aren't using that anymore. That being said, we do still have a lot of this here. Ooh, what was that? Huh. Something. Thought I saw something moving in the corner of my room. Whatever. Guess not. Anyway, yeah, we'll darken that one too. But we're gonna cut that a little short. We also have a little strand right there we can work with. The other hair's got one of those as well. Let's see. Kronii does have like a dark what color is that? It looks like it's kind of in the orange-ish, very gray color. Turtleneck, I guess, would be what I would call it. With those pinstripes, so let's bring tones in for that. Doesn't quite go up to her chin, but man, does it come close. So let's start shaping. We can pull that there. We got some color around it. Why not? Yeah, let's grab that. That's like largely just white, and it goes down into a ribbon there. Just toss that in, put a little more whatnot in there. Well, don't need to worry terribly about, we'll pull that gray in just to indicate the interior while we're working. And let's do that. We'll get something real small just to highlight the upper edge of the collar. Okay. She does have in the orange range here her like medallion. We're gonna just vaguely block that in. Actually, not as terrible as I was expecting at 40 minutes. Let's see. So I think it may be time we get a little closer and start like chipping into the more precise shapes of things. So we'll come in here. Get a little bit of that. We can. All right. Bring our pink in. I think I'm gonna grab some of this black and use it to highlight the corner, or to darken the corners just a little bit, so we can see them. There we go. All right. Come in. Go and start cleaning up. It is very thoroughly time to clean and refine what we have, because I think most of the main blockings of the color are pretty close to in place at this point. So it's just a matter of really cutting the shapes just right at this point. Sharpen up that chin, because Kronii's got a pretty sharp chin. Just a little bit. There we go. We can pull in a little more of that bright edge of the shadow right here. Will help that shadow. Good. Ish. I'm not saying is good, just ish good. Man. Some artists make this shit look so easy, and it's like, what? How you do that, man? Let's put that in. We'll put a little bit there. Let's see. On the nose here, I want to get just a touch of nice blush red. We'll soften that in a moment. There we go. Let's see. Let's try and shape the tip of the nose a little bit. Good. Need to take a look at some real quick. Yeah, I think that's part of it, is I need to be using a bit more, there we go. A bit more gray there, I think is what I needed. Add a little bit there. Right here across the bridge, we're gonna bring the color tone in. Let's get a little bit of gray in here, and that'll help that. Good. Good. All right. Scrape that. Cut there. All right. Do I want to do that? Maybe. I think what I want to do is bring that up a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. That seems off. Can we pull that in for the far side and have it not look horrible? I think it's possible. Yes. I think that's getting close to where we're looking for. Okay. Let's pull some of that in, grab some of that gray shadow there. Good, good. Let's see, let's pull some of the hair. Clean that up a little bit. Want to get this, bring in just a touch more of the brightest white there. Okay. And get some more of this really orange red right in across the upper lip. Yeah. And we can bring in some of that gray over here as well. That'll help that feel properly shadowed. Good, good. Okay. Let's see. Let's bring a little bit of this orange in right here. Help do that Rembrandt triangle thing. I think from this particular angle, we're in a weird spot because this is going to be like a spread thin one, where this edge is very cut hard. Like, I think that's just because we were trying to get the wrap of the cheek there. Yeah, that sounds about right. We'll spread that. We can bring in some of this. Then I do want to bring just a tiny, tiny bit of that bright orange right in along here. Yeah, that's right. That's what I need. Okay. Just get that edge. We'll tuck that there. Okay. I can get a bit of gray in there. I'll help that feel a little more correct. Pull that along there. Good, good. Push that there. Okay. How's that? Actually, not bad. Okay. That chin and cheek is starting to look about where I'm wanting it. All right, so let's push this way. See, I told you I could draw. It just takes a little while to kind of, feel out what the heck I'm trying to do sometimes. Do. Get a little bit of that in there. Let's focus just a touch on these lips. Try and get those feeling cute and fun. Well, grab an actual black for a second just to really sharpen here. Okay. Let's get like the brightest, pinkest, reddest. Or just put a couple of very thin strokes right in here. I need even more. There we go. There we go. Just a teeny tiny touch of that. And let me grab that black again. Pull that over. Good. Just like that. And we'll thin it a little bit. Good. There. That's starting to feel a bit more Kronii. Let me think here. We're gonna need to do a similar thing with the lips to what we were doing with the chin and stuff. Get that penumbral shadow there, or penumbral orange. So I think it's going to be a little red for there. And then this, I want to push more towards this color range. So still in the pinks, but a little bit grayer right afterwards. Just kind of hit that. Oh yeah, it's in the shadow there. Now, this is the lower lip, and the lower lip gets a little bit better highlighting than the upper lip. So we're gonna we're gonna push its penumbral back just a touch. Just a teeny tiny touch. Okay. Let's get a little white in here. That little bit of white's gonna help the edge of the lip highlight there. Mm-hmm. All right. Kind of in that. Push a little more there. I mean, it's getting there. I don't know. I probably need to work on the eyes a little bit more. Let me soften that because I think that's too strong there. But not strong enough there. Okay, good. We're gonna gray this a little bit. Gray that a little bit. Gray in there a little bit. Gray in there a little bit. Okay, okay. Okay. We're starting to feel like we're getting somewhere. Let's soften these edges a little bit here. Excuse me. I want to bring just a touch of that orange red right in here along that and there. I think that'll help warm it. Let's see. I want to bring just a tiny bit of very slightly more yellow in right along here. Just a very small amount. Okay, that's probably all we needed. Just soften that a little bit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good, good. Let's see. Can we get this news side looking a little better? I think we can. I think we need to just... Oop, not that. That. Bring that in like that. That more like that. No, no, no. Something's not right there. Just gonna have to fiddle with this for a little bit, I think. There's gonna be bright highlight there. This needs to come out to under the side of the nostril. The nostril itself is gonna be more in that range. I don't know, somewhere in that range. Something like that. And then this here needs its penumbral shadow. Feel like I need to push something real quick here with a little liquefy on that nose. It feels just a little off center there. Just a little. I need a smaller brush, slightly bigger. All right, slightly smaller. You know, don't change 100 pixels at a time, maybe. Maybe. We're just gonna push that in a little bit. I think that's a little closer. I think that's a little closer to what we're trying to get. I do think we need just a touch of Oh, no, no, no. That definitely wasn't right. Brain. Do thinking good, please. Thank you. Maybe they're too far apart. Maybe that's it. I don't know. That nose is really throwing me. Noses can be a pain. It doesn't. When I look at the thumbnail, it seems okay-ish, which means it's not terribly far off. It's just it's far off enough that if you pay attention to it, it looks wrong, and that annoys me. Anyway, I'm going to ignore it for now because it's not the worst looking part of the picture. And we're going to work on the eyes some. Let's bring just a little of that in, because I think it'll look cool. A little of that. We'll pull a few of those. Get a nice hard one there. Yep, that'll... All right. Work on this eyebrow a little bit. We'll shape it into place. Let's not forget to bring some of these grays in. The grays are really what tipped it from being mediocre to pretty good. I want to bring some of these bright oranges in right here as well. That's going to catch some light right there. We can actually, because of the way that's going to catch light, we should actually probably put more orange here. And right there, I want white. So I think that's going to be like the point of real bright. Let's get just a little bit of yellow right in here. There we go. Maybe that was too much. I don't know. Maybe. Let's zoom out. That back eye looks huge at this angle. There we go. That's definitely closer. Okay. Let's bring that down in there. Cut that a little bit. Cut that. How's that? A little darker than I'd like. Shave that off a little bit. You know, half a drawing is really thinking about making sure you're doing it correctly and not just like throwing the paint around randomly. You gotta, paint with intention as opposed to just paint fast. Intention matters more than speed. All right, let's just kind of block some of that gray and all there. All right. And get the eyebrow. We'll thin in a moment. Just start shaping it. All right. Good. It's pretty close. Let's see if we can push, I think, that. Good. All right. And then we'll start shaping these bangs a little bit. Give me a sec. I want to change my reference spot. There we go. Oops, excuse me. Little burp. Let me get a little tiny bit. Actually, let me think. Right here at the penumbra. I think it's gonna be the bluest. Have a very blue edge there, and then we can go grayer and a little darker after that. And grayer and darker. All right. To actually be the outline. Come on. There. There we go. Okay. Mm-hmm. Something like that. That's not terrible. We'll keep pushing it and pulling it, and we'll get there. We'll get there. Mm-hmm. Let's smooth this out a little bit. Mm-hmm. I want to adjust this eye a little bit more. Let me pull some of that. Ooh, there we go. Pull some of that in, and that'll help. Yep, sorry, that'll help. That'll help. Now let's see here. Pull. This is even lighter blue than I have, so we'll pull some of that in. That'll help, I believe. Just got to get that to be a really small brush sometimes. Okay. And I want to make sure I keep some of these really saturated blue points, just because I think that's going to help really keep the eye feeling bright. Almost Jolly Rancher in some cases. All right, let's see. Cut that. That'll work. Darken here a little bit. Mm-hmm. Let's do the same over here. Let's start getting a little more roundness feel to this. Good. Good. Yeah, that's starting to get a little rounder look. Straighten that up. Okay, how about that? What do we need? I think I want to grab a little bit of this and put it right here like that. And let's not forget about this here. I want a little bit of that right there like that. Just kind of highlight the edge, and being a bit interpretive with how the eye looks, just to kind of keep it interesting to look at, but we'll have something that looks good. Don't worry. Her pupils are actually smaller than this, so let me shave that down some. Also, her pupils are dark blue as opposed to black, so we're gonna do that. Mm-hmm. Got a little bit of that super blue right on the edge there as well. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. Can we bring that pupil down just a little more? I think that's what we needed there. That pupil's not quite looking right. Maybe we needed a little bit more over here. How's that if I zoom out? I mean, sorta, maybe. I think our biggest problem right now is the hair shape, and then, well, the neck's way too long. Let's actually fix that, like, immediately, because that's actually throwing me off, I think, when I zoom out. Oh yeah, look at that. That was way too long. Okay. That definitely was throwing me off when I zoomed out. Let's see here. I want to bring a little more gray in right in here because I think that'll help the neck be more appropriate. Might have been a bit too much, but maybe we'll push it and see what we can do. Mhm. I do need to do the very bottom edge of the chin. We're gonna go right here, like bottom edge of the chin is gonna get that just very orange line to really set it off from the rest. Okay. Yeah, I think I went a little too gray on the neck, so we're gonna soften that with a little bit more of the warmth from the face. There we go. That's better. That's better. Okay. All right. I think getting the hair at this point is going to make the next biggest difference, or maybe the right eye. Hmm. 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 Gotta think. I think I drank too much coffee before stream. That's what I think. Yeah, it feels a bit more center. All right, let's cut that there. Yeah. Okay. Eh, there, maybe? Mm. Sure. I don't know. Kronei's hair wings they're a very unusual shape. Let's just say that. I think they look cool, but they are an unusual shape and not exactly the easiest thing to draw in perspective. All right, let's pull in some of that to separate the wing off from the back of the head there. All right, add a little bit of just rando darkness to that. Oh, I think that'll. That was bad. That was bad. Okay. Okay, that. Need that to feel head curvy. Yeah, that's approximately in the ballpark, maybe. Okay, no, this is turning out a little better than I was initially expecting. Well, not better than I was expecting. It's turning out about where I expected, I think. It would actually be the most appropriate. Um, but let's see. Let's get this hair tendril in. And we're going to... this is a hard one, because if I do it wrong, it'll make her cheek look too... There we go. That's exactly where we need it. So if we had to put it off the cheek, because if we put it overlapping the cheek there, it would make the cheek look too... look the wrong shape, and that would not be what we want. We can come in here now that we've got that, and just kind of add a little bit of our color, or Kronii hair color. To keep that off the back. Good. I do want to get a little more... Okay, so she does have like those bright blue earrings. Like very bright blue earrings. Little bright blue ribbon earrings, so we're going to have to pay attention to that. I do want to extra darken the chin here. Or extra darken the hair just behind the chin, so it helps pop that chin out a little more. Good. Let's start shaping this a little bit. There we go. We'll shape that a little bit. We'll shape that a little bit. And then the concept actually has like a single extra strand in the middle there. Good. Get that. We don't have her veil at all drawn in, so we will be drawing that into it in a moment. Actually, I need to take a closer look at how the veil looks on her head. Okay. So the chain wraps all the way around. So that indicates the chain keeps wrapping in this area, and the veil is hanging off of that. So let's do that real quick. Get that in there, just so we got it. Would we see it at all on the other side? Maybe a little bit, but I don't think we're going to see much. I think I actually do want to do this via another layer, just because I think it's actually going to be hidden behind most other stuff. Okay. Starting to get somewhere. Okay, let's see. Cut that in. Bring this shape. We'll clean this one up a little bit now that we know what it needs. Now that we know it's definitely in the right place. Let's add a little bit more. to it, and we can cut that there. Good. Good. Okay, then up here, I want to make it just a little wider. So let's do, actually, yeah, there. Cool. Now we're going to bring this line up here, cut that real close. Mm-hmm. And shape that. Do that. Pull that there. Good. And pull down. Cool. That gets some of that cut in. Let's bring in some of these blues and greens on it. Just to kind of help it look a little more interesting, give it its highlights. There we go. There we go. See, now this area right in here is odd because yeah, I see. There's mm, mm, uh, nope, come on, nope, there. So right here, this is like where the ear is starting. We're gonna have her little ear ribbons and whatnot here. Nope, there. So yeah, the ear ribbon will be there with its ultra blue. Let me like right in there. Yeah. Something like that-ish. Earring ribbon. Okay, and then we can pull this, because this is a hairline, and pull that way. Some strokes. That seems too dark. Let me pull some of these in as well. I think that's what do. We'll soften that a bit. Okay, so actually looking at the concept art, these are pointed at the front and then like slide down in the back. More like that. Okay. There we go. It's probably a bit closer. At least for that one. We can work on this one here too. One's going to be a little harder, I think. Maybe not. There we go. I think that's probably about right. Cut that there, just like that. Good. Maybe. I mean, if pull this one up, I think that's there ish. I don't know. Let's pull this up, kind of start dividing it. Mm-hmm. All right, we can divide that. Separate those bangs just a touch. We are going to have to figure out how we're defining what's in light and what's not in light for the bangs, so we'll figure that out in just a moment. Because they're not, because we need to get the, curve of the head as it turns illustrated in those bangs. There's, one more major chunk right here. And this one for sure is going to be basically all in shadow, I'm pretty sure. So let's see. We'll put this one in shadow to start with. We'll put half of this one into shadow. We'll bring in a bright or a saturated but dark blue right along there. There we go. That's going to help it look like it's in the edge of shadow. We can give this one a tiny edge of light catching it. Make sure we keep using that saturated dark blue. We can use that to pull in that one a little bit, so it feels like it's catching that light a little more. Let's grab that, push it up a little bit. I'm gonna push this just a touch darker and grayer for right in under the bangs. Right in here. And get just a little bit darker and grayer. I don't like that this bang is touching exactly on the tip of the eyebrow, so I am going to push it down past. That'll help. There we go. Let's fill that in with skin tone, the shaded skin tone. Let's pull that like this. And we also want to put a little bit of this one over on this, but not much. And we'll put a little bit of that dark saturated blue edge. Okay. That's starting to give me a bit of a turn going around the face or around the hair. Can you catch just a tiny touch of this here? Yeah. So that some of this has got the highlight, but not much. I think that'll be great. I want to do the same thing over here, I think. Put a little bit in, but not a ton. Though, that. There, more like that. There we go. That's kind of close-ish. It gets the shape defined. Can put in a couple hairs to break it in a moment, but to break the silhouette and stuff in a moment. But for now, I think that actually is close enough. This is still looking bad, to say the least. Let's put some of that saturated blue in. I think that might help it. We can put some of the darker skin tone in there. You know, the shadowed one might help a little bit. There. I think that did help a little bit. I'm gonna grab some of that saturated blue, bring it in here, right along the edges. That's gonna help again pop the edge of the shadow as being separate from, you know, that umbral edge. Starting to feel kind of like a Kronii. Starting to. Man, I wish I had like an extra 7 hours to work on this. Or rather, that I could skip to the 7-hour mark, because then it would start feeling good. Alright, let's see here. We got some shackles of time here to... color. Or, well, not color, but, you know, shape. Let's grab that. Okay. There is... Okay, so this one is it's tilted on its side and barely gets anything. Kind of in there. It's just a thin little there. All right. It. And then we're kind of theorizing that there would be another one here that we can't see in the concept art. Another one kinda in that ballpark. Like that. Sorta. Yeah. Yeah, we can work with that, push it closer towards the goal. So then there, from here, this one should be thinner, as it is also one of those inner ones. Let's see, I'm gonna have a little bit of, that's fine. A little bit of that sort of deal going on, a little bit of that sort of deal going on. Like that, just kind of indicate where those links are crossed. I'm starting to highlight them. They're starting to pop out. I'm gonna take 5. Need to use the there we go. You go get a drink of water, and I'll be back in just a minute. All right. We are back. Just leave that off. All right. And we can get going again. Let's see. So I want to bring a little bit of that dark color in here, I think, because that's a little more in the shadow than other stuff. This is also especially in the shadow here. Right in here is an especially deep shadow, I believe. So we'll pull some of that darker one from the below hair up. And behind the head hair. There we go. Cut that. Just very carefully establish a real solid outline there. And there. And then we can use what we have to pull some of that. Good, good. That's starting to look cool. Can cut there as well. Okay. There we go. Hey, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, that actually highlighted that cheek edge really well. I think as nice as having been working on the hair there was, and I think it helped a lot. It's time to move back in and keep working on the eyes some, as those are probably the single most important part to making this piece look good. So we just got to make sure that we get these really nice. I'm gonna put a couple of little blue highlights in there, little blue highlights in here. Grab a couple of like nice reds and pull those in as well. Just little touches of bright color in the eyelashes, eyelids. It helps it feel, a little warmer. All right. Let's see here. Need to zoom in just a touch more on my reference here. Okay. Okay. Gonna brighten that up. Let's bring in a little more. Little of that. All that. That might actually need to be just a touch more there. Work on these eyelids, eyelashes, that a little bit. Let's see. All right. I think it is probably time to grab this. We are going to cut in right here, like that. The bright green. And we're going to cut in right here with another bright green. I'm going to cut in here and there with the bright green. And then we're coming back in with the light. I'm just going to move all but the slightest hint of that green. I think I want to get a... No, I don't like the way those came out, actually. I'm pulling that back out. If I can. Good. Okay. I think that was not quite the color we needed. Let's do yellow, and we'll do the lower lid highlight. We're going to do a little bit more yellow. And we're going to, let's see, our primary light source we have established as being very much over here. So that's where we're going to put it. And we got a little bit of bounce light that we're pulling in off the other side that will address, but that's it. Well, a little bit there. All right. All right. And let's, I think, there we go. That's a bit better than the green was. That being said, I'm not done. We're gonna just put a few little sparkles and splashes, little notes to help the eye just feel a little more vibrant. Some touches, some hints, green. Want to get that in just below the highlight. Good. That'll do. That'll do. All right, let's see here. We're going to need that as a black. Not quite that small. Nope. Smaller. About that. Almost. Just got to get the placement right. Yes, that'll work. And then we can come in here, do eyelashes. That's probably too black. Let's do that. Just kind of scribble these in with no real precision. You don't need them. You don't really need the precision here. Yeah, that's looking pretty. A little bit of this over here. Pulling a little bit of this brighter white for here. Just a little bit. Pulling a little bit of that gray there. Pulling a little bit of this for the lower part of the eye. There. It's gonna keep going. Hmm. Good, good. That's looking nice. All right, let's see if we can bring in some of this really bright blue that we were using. It'll help pop that eye a lot. We'll bring in some of these grayer blues towards the top. We'll bring in some of that beautiful iris she's got, or pupil. And actually, I think I want to put just a thin, very nearly black outline on the pupil here. I think that'll help help it stand out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that was good. Definitely helps. Do the same thing over here. Let's see. So we need a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. We can sample that. Let's bring in a little bit darker gray. Help bring in those shadows of the eye itself. There we go. There we go. We can layer that a little bit so it's not nearly so harsh. Good. And kind of pull some of that in from the top. That'll help. What are we missing here? We are missing like the ultra blue. Yes, that's the big distinct thing we're missing here. Is that ultra blue that really helped her left eye stand out. Bring some of that bright sky blue in. Beautiful. Separate that a little bit. We'll pull that just a little more towards the corner. Good, good. Maybe. We might need to actually do that a lot more. Yes, we did need to do it a lot more. Okay. I'll grab some of those grays there as well. Let's see if we can bring in some of that orange, bright red orange there. There we go. That'll help that feel a little more lively, warm, and bright. We're going to need to get the sparkles in the eye too in just a moment, but I want to make sure I'm getting all the layers underneath the sparkles right first. Because once you put the sparkles in, it's much harder to change all the other layers. Let's see, we'll push that a little more like that. I think that's what we need. Yeah, there we go. That's feeling bright and colorful and lively and energetic and Kronii. All right, so let's grab some of that bright green that we were using, just kind of touch a few places to, not quite that bright. That green, yes. That green that we touched in a few places to Mm, not doing it quite right. Was it that one? I think it might have been more of that green. Yeah. We'll just poke that into a few places so it's got some stuff. We'll do just a couple little touches of the white. Let that sparkle. Then we're gonna grab that yellow again and do a little yellow line on the underside. We're gonna need to mimic the main highlights that we have on the first eye. There. And then we'll add our white back to that. With just the thinnest hint of that yellow. There. I want a little more of this bright blue right in here. All right, there. Yeah. There we go. That feels nice. Hmm, hmm, hmm. That actually feels quite nice. I think the right eye might be a little on the small side. Maybe. Maybe. It's hard to say. Hmm. Hmm. Gotta think. Gotta think. Gotta think. I don't know. I'm gonna play with the eyebrows a little bit because they're there, but they're simple, and so we need to make them feel more in the scene as opposed to simply feel more on her face as opposed to simply present as smudges. That makes sense. To grab that. Let's soften. Better. All right, I'll soften this one a little bit. Get the edging in. There we go. Let's put just a couple little highlights in there. No, not like that. I want it. There. Okay, let's grab you. And just add a few little highlights. No. Yeah, those first couple aren't bad, but the rest were not what we needed. Okay. Let's adjust this, because it's going to get some light catching in right over here. Right here off these, and off here, and maybe a touch there, I don't know. Something. Definitely a little bit there. And it is a chunk of chain, so it's going to get some particularly low light. Eh, eh. Maybe not quite that low. Too dark. All right, let's try this again. It's going to get, yeah, we'll pull that in. All right, good. Pull some of this in. Do we go a little bit darker? Maybe, hopefully. Yes. Yes, we can. Alrighty. We can hopefully highlight or outline this and get it shaped and looking decent. Good, good. All right. Want to add a little bit of shadow here to that one and that one because it's mostly in the shadowed section. Now I want to pull the shadow up on this one a little bit because it's also largely shadowed, but not completely. And then this one, well, it should have a touch more shadow. Doesn't need that much more shadow. Then we're gonna grab real thin white highlight, just super thin, and put a line, and a little line, and a little line, and a little line, and a curve and a little line. There. Get those looking metallic-y. I think to mess with the hair a little bit more. Like this side needs to have its it adjusted some. Let's grab that. That's probably actually pretty good. We'll pull that down. Like we need to just put shadows in to make these shadows and penumbras so it starts feeling right. All right. That in starts feeling voluminous. And get a shadow in there and shadow in there. And where was that? There. We'll grab you for a bit of penumbra. And then I want to grab like this and just put in a few little swooshes and swooshes and whooshes, just a few, kind of help it feel more strand-like. And we're gonna repeat the same, but dark. Just random strands that happen to catch the shadow, random strands that happen to catch the light, sort of deal. There we go. That's looking kind of okay. Can cut that back right there. Good. I do want to take a moment to that setup. Where's that? As the back side of that's not going to get much light. We're going to soften this just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot. There we go. There we go. Let's see here. Kronii does have some notable strands, I suppose I should say, inside the hair vents. So we'll highlight those. Like so. Alright. This one, we're not really going to see inside this hair vent much because it's the strands at the opposite angle. So get just the teeniest bit. Instead, we're going to get our highlights out here. Like that. Aha. Let me put just a touch that highlight there. And we're going to bring this highlight down just a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. Just gonna ponder for a moment. Okay. Let's grab this, because we still got a few chain links to sort out over here. We can treat that one as one of those, and we'll treat that one as one of the sideways ones. Let's see, so it's sideways one, it's gonna be like that, and then like so. With that and that. There we go. That starts to get that sort of looking existent as opposed to just a smudge, a smidge. Bring that in. I want to separate this a little bit because there's two layers going on. We'll bring that down a little bit. Good. So we know the layers. I think I actually want to do that. You know, indicate, yeah, there's two layers, but it's the same color cloth both in and out. There we go. Gonna just fill that in a little bit. Well, I don't think I'm gonna do the full ribbon, but I will give it a little bit of rough paint. It's too blue. It's not that it's inappropriate to have it that blue. It actually is the correct color for the object, but it's too blue for its position in the scene. It's too far away from the focal where, because I want you to be looking at her face, not at her ribbon, not for this piece. You know, there's other pieces where you can go look at her ribbon. Do kind of bring the collar bleh, bleh, in. Mm, and then the collar does have this blue outline, which we will indicate as well as Kronii shoulders, which will get a little bit of an indication there. And there. Actually do that, I think, and bring in a little bit of that around the edge. Kind of like that. I think we're largely going to cut off what's happening down there. In fact, I'll just do that now because I don't feel like it's not important to the piece. Yeah. So I actually am going to where's my brush? There's my brush. Grab this, kind of smooth it a little bit, smooth it, and just blend, kind of soften it in both directions so it's less noticeable. Good. Mm-hmm. You know, largely, I think I want to kind of call this piece done. Like, it's not perfect by any means. It doesn't even remotely capture Kronii's perfection, but I do feel like it's nearing as close as a mortal like I could capture Kronii's perfection. We'll darken back here as well. Yeah, yeah, I think I may call it here real soon. Let me do a little bit here on the collar. I guess collar's not the right word. It's a turtleneck. Turtleneck. That should be darker. Yeah. And we'll get the pin stripes as well. Mm-hmm. Good. Like it's the pinstripes, collar, or turtleneck, whatever it is. That's not bad. That gets most of the major features. We'll add a little bit, just a touch of shadow right in here. And shadow this side here, like that. There. I mean, it's all in shadow there anyway, but we're just enhancing the shadow. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think I want to cut that just slightly. Hmm. 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 Let's see here. We're going to flip this and see what we got. Hmm. I think I need to work a little bit on the back of the head there. All right. Let's do. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. There. A little more like that, I think, ought to do. Let's see. This is supposed to be white, and it's in the light over here, so we'll give it a little more pizzazz, and we'll highlight these get these chains a little reflection on them. And that can have a little less there. Hmm. I think that's nice. I think that's nice. I'm gonna do a little bit there. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna throw a little. What do you call those things? Gradient onto the back. Do got that more blue. We're gonna put this here a little more dark and green. Draw a quick gradient there. Play with it a little bit. Let's actually make blue a little more light blue. Maybe more blue, less light. Yeah, I feel like that's nice right there. Um, mm-hmm. Do we want to add anything else? Maybe a touch of vignetting? We could add a very thin touch of vignetting. Just the thinnest. Mm-hmm. Big, tiny opacity. When I said big, I meant big. Mm-hmm. And then back here, I want to Actually add just a touch of white into a bit of a halo around her. There. There we go. That feels nice. Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, it's been 2.5 hours. I think we got a pretty nice piece here at the end, and it's been fun. I've been Ako Onigiri. I got nothing left for you. We're signing off here. Um, I won't be streaming the next couple days. Like I said at the beginning, got a convention, so there's that. I should be back sometime Monday, and I'll have a schedule for all of next week Monday. I'll catch y'all later. Have yourselves a good evening.